Okay, the record button is on. And I guess this must have been on New Spike here. This should be 15:15. Well, this is
Yeah, there was news
15:30.
then. Yep.
Yeah, this is 15:30 coming up right now.
Yep.
And we've got our 1, 5, and 15 up. Well, that spike from earlier, I mean, that's a long way to go to get an entry. So this entry here might be a little bit more workable. But we'll let the news dance around and do its thing because spreads are probably going to be just off the charts. Go back here. These spreads here have stayed fairly stable. Wow. All right, so it's 8:30. We had some pretty good ranges here last night on some of these. But we've got a little bit of room. Euro Aussie seems to be the one with the most room to it.
Aussie dollars only done about well, not even half of yesterday's range.
Oh, really? Okay, let's take a peek at that.
Whereas pound dollars already way above yesterday's range.
Yeah, I see that.
Euro dollars
Uh,
not got a lot of room.
oh yeah, Aussie dollar has some room. Hopefully it's to the top side.
And dollar yen hasn't got a great deal of room either by the look of it. Oh no, no, it's got some.
Let's open up a couple of these and just see where we are in relation to yesterday. We had these massive moves down. And did we ever get back to this 50% level? That's what I'm curious about. That's what I was waiting for on this bounce. That's the 50 level. We got back to the 38. We might get to the 50 today sometime. But that's usually the way things move. This was the 38 fib and this was the 50 fib of this entire thing here. And we hit the 38. Bring that back. Okay, so now prices look like they're going below on the Euro CAD. And this should be a pound CAD chart. But we'll keep it in mind on Aussie dollar because Aussie dollar's got some range in it. Got
Yeah,
some room in it, I should say.
it has.
And spread is reasonable. All these spreads are pretty good. Let me check this other broker. I don't have the spread indicator on here.
Hey, Lou, aren't we kind of into the summer ranges though? So some of these
Yes,
ranges
we
will
are.
just kind of stay where they're at.
Yeah, we are into the summer ranges. Usually I go out to a 15-minute chart in the summer, 15 or 30, because if you wait longer, you can generally get your numbers. But with the time frame we have here, I'll stick with the 5 and we'll make smart use of the 1, to try to get a better entry. Let me just make this a 15-minute chart. I can show you what I mean. I don't know what that line is.
Oh, you already hit the record button.
Oh yeah, I hit the record button already. And so we didn't have an entry here on the 15 on Aussie dollar. Let's go out to the 30, see if there was anything there. Okay, here we had an entry on the 30, but that would have been partially from overnight,
Yeah.
right here. You'd have to be up a bit earlier to catch it.
And it's in no man's land as well.
Yep. Now this doji here closed right at the, what do you call it? But you see that would have been, 30 pip move. And this is a doji right here. You see there's nothing below it, so it kind of stopped right there. During the summer, I trade later in the afternoons also. and I like the overnights in the summer, but my schedule doesn't allow me to hang out in the middle of the night and still get up during the day and get something done. This is okay. Testing some new toys. If you hear dings and whistles going off. The other thing I meant to mention too, someone that I've worked with for a while outside the room asked me about it. And the stuff that I say, here's a system that I like, the only time I put it out there is if I've traded it on a minimum 100 trades, actual pull the trigger. It could be demo or live, but I actually pulled the trigger on it and watched it so that I know how it behaves. I know if the indicators line up properly, that sort of thing. I've got a ton of stuff. We were talking about Raji Horner the other day, and I found a whole slew of Raji Horner stuff on my old computer. A whole bunch of videos and all the books and all that stuff. But I've never traded it for 100 trades. To glance at it, it looks good.
Yeah, I've done more, well over 100 trades on it in the past. I think it's a pretty good system.
Okay, so I may, bring it up and, we can look at it and work with it. But that's why, just to clarify that. So if I say this is something I like, I've actually sat, and you guys kind of know my demeanor by now, where I'll sit and wait and stalk and kafumpter and talk to myself, but I'll play it all out, so I know what the system does. Now this EuroCAD, this news apparently must have been fairly close to projected.
Well, there was some CAD news as well as US news, I think.
Okay. So the thing I want to see now that we spiked down at the overnight low, see here? That's the overnight low. Are we going to come back up into the top here? So if we get a pullback and I get a little bit of a green candle to go short, that might be worth jumping on. Yesterday we were looking at something, I forget the pair, but I think I needed to get a close below a level like this. Something to that effect. I don't remember which pair it was, but it played out exactly that way. Price did close below and drop maybe another 40 pips or so afterwards. So knowing what you want to see, that question, what do you need to see to go long and what do you need to see to go short? And it's always based on an A trade. All right, so nothing much going on there. We've got a spike here on pound Aussie. Let's open that up a little bit. And we may have missed an entry here. That's all right. We'll get another one, though, because this is the news. I don't like to be too close to the news. So this looks good. So now what I need to see now is for this to go up. I need to see this to go up, then give me a pullback, and then I'll look to take the pullback long because we're above the 89, and right now we're getting above the 18, so that's what I need to see. So if this goes up and we've got, we're pretty close to the typical range on this at 146. That's pound Aussie, right? So to go long, that's what I need to see here. I can get rid of this. This is out of play right now. All right, and obviously to go short, I need to see the 18 and the 89, the 18 below the 89, and then same token, I need to see a drop, and then a pullback. Come on. Then a pullback, and then I would take it short. But that's an A trade. Everything's got to be lined up. So let's see how this unfolds on the pound Aussie. And on EuroCAD, okay, now we're below the overnight low, which is a good sign, so that if we get a pullback, then that pullback is likely to give us something short. We cracked this overnight low. So that, we didn't close below it yet. Let's just see where this candle lands. If we get a close below, then I'm looking for a short under the same premise. Because when this candle closes, this 18 is going to jump forward a hair. Ideally, I like to see it below here, but news makes the charts a bit weird to look at. Let's just mark this overnight low so I can see it. And we didn't close below the overnight low. Okay. So we spiked through it, but didn't close below it. So now I'm going to look for that pullback and then another shot short. All right, let's see what's going on with the others. This one's not so bad here. Well, that's kind of didn't. I'll let that dance a bit. That's not super clear.
The pound dollar might give you a trade, Lou. Not the best the trading range point of view. But you know, you're above. It's kind of consolidating there. It's in an uptrend.
Yep, I see that.
Normally consolidations carry on the same they were going. Not exact science, obviously, but you know.
Yeah, let me just see where we are in relation to yesterday.
You could get a line.
Oh, we're way beyond that. Okay, so that's good. We've made up all.
Get a line drawn there and wait for the next candle to close above.
Let's see. Yeah, this actually doesn't look bad at all.
Yeah, it's just the range
candle. So
it's just the range is you know, already above yesterday's quite a bit. So and they're a long way apart on the CSM as well, which is quite good. Well, you know, over 3 anyway.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that. And again, this you see where we never closed below that low. So that's, you know, acting sort of how we looked, and this is still waiting for this to go up and give us a bit of a pullback. And down here, oh, this opened right at it right here. That's looking pretty good. But let's see. So nothing there. We need to pull back there. We need to extend here. This looks pretty decent here, this Euro Aussie. New order, and I'm going to go with a 0.5. Let me make sure I got all this right. Buy. Okay. 3 pip spread is a little, and I live with that. And let me bring my stop loss down here to, I'll bring it right to this low, which is about 11 pips. Okay, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here.
What are you gonna target for your profit on that, Lou? That lone soldier?
I'm going to follow this. I'm going to follow the 18 on this one.
Oh, right, okay.
So we may be sitting in this for a while with a bunch of pullbacks and all that.
Yep. Whilst it's above the 18, it's still in the trade, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing here, nothing here. This should be a pound. This should be pound CAD. I should just make a pound CAD chart and add it. Because all the pounds are going to move in the same direction. It just becomes a matter of picking the one that looks the nicest to you. New chart. Oh, this drives me nuts when they do this.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
I know. All right, so I'm liking this now because of the what do you call it? We're clearly below here. Now we're definitely going to get a close below. So now what I'm really looking for down here now is somewhere in here a pullback.
Yeah.
All right. And still waiting for a break above on this pound dollar, which should move in our direction. And we still on what we have a little bitty pullback here. Let me open this up. Okay, so we got to let this candle close above this line here. And that's a pound Aussie, okay. Oh, shoot. Oh, I got to wait for this to close. I thought I missed one. Why does this look like it opened here? I must have missed something on this. I don't want to chase it. Doo-doo. I was probably doing something else and missed this candle open. I was 12 pips already. And here we're waiting for the pullback. And here we're waiting for a close above. And this one we're in. And this one we're waiting. I'm waiting for a long signal here, which we don't have. Oh, that's a 1 hour chart. Duh.
Yeah, well, there was just CAD news too.
Oh, okay. Well, PoundCAD, EuroCAD have both done the same thing. They've gotten below that 89. So I'm looking for a pullback on those, and maybe we'll get something.
Oh, for at least a retrace or whatever's going to go on.
Right.
Okay.
And these summer ranges. Oh, go ahead.
Is that a news strategy that you use?
No, well, if the news really gives a dramatic move, then I'll try to grab a bit of the pullback. But you see, this was like 3, good sized candles, but you didn't have that one dramatic 40 or 50 pip candle. So I can't say this was like a spectacular, news event.
Yeah. Well, let me see. On the pound CAD, that one really.
Yeah, that first candle was fairly. I don't know how many pips in that first candle. Quite a lot.
About 40.
Yeah, it's getting up to 40 in that first
Right.
candle.
Well, for euro dollar or pound dollar, that would be something. But for euro CAD, when you look at this, has like around a 200 pip daily range.
Yeah.
That's it's okay, but it's not spectacular. And I guess I did miss this entry here.
Yeah. Well, these things happen.
And we still don't have a close above this. Okay, I can get rid of this line. I don't need that. And I'll close this. Close this.
Are you breathing? Somebody I can hear breathing.
I have a fan on. I don't know if that's what you hear.
Oh, could be.
My air conditioner went on the blink. I've got it working better at the moment. But in this particular room, this is one of my kids' old bedrooms. I took it over and made it an office. And where this room is positioned with the sun and all that, this room always stays very warm.
Oh, yeah. Plus you're running heat machines in there too.
Yeah, well, this new solid state monitor runs ice cold. No, not solid state hard drive and all that.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, it makes nothing.
How big is that hard drive?
Tell you in a second. It's 460 gig. I guess it must have been about a 500 gig hard drive, but it's
Oh,
solid
okay.
state.
All right, yeah.
And this is the external drive. There's almost nothing on it. This is a portable one that I moved from computer to computer in the house. And the data E, I don't know what the hell that is. I think that's a sub
Uh,
of the main drive or something.
isn't that a what you call it, like a
It's a 1
thumb drive?
terabyte. Oh, that's the traditional hard drive.
Oh,
I've got a solid state hard drive, which is my main, and then I got a traditional hard drive for
oh, I
data.
see. Yeah, those solid state, those are fast, but they're also very expensive.
Yeah, well, when I bought the whole computer, I said just give me all the bells and whistles, so I wouldn't have to worry about them later.
That they love you.
Um, well, you buy them once every 5 years or whatever.
Mm.
All right, so we've got a little something happening here. Let me just throw that in so we can grab that. Delete. Delete. Oh shit, what did I do? Oh, I should have hit this button. Okay, and now we've got a little something happening down here. Oh, I'm gonna do that. And bring that out. All right, this is just going to be just slow. Now, the one good thing with these particular pairs is that even in the wick, you can catch a decent move. If I just look at this one wick here, that would have given us our regular 5-pip thing we were doing last time. And the 2 wicks gave us 20 already, the 2 candles.
Okay, explain that, please.
Oh, with these particular pairs, because of their really wide daily range, even in the wicks, you could catch a decent scalp. So I was showing that the wick on this pair here, just the wick alone was about 8 pips, and we need 8 to make 5. And if you remember, last time we were doing that 5 pips a day. Did that make sense? The answer?
Uh, I guess I'm missing something here.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying with these larger range pairs, even the
Yeah.
wicks can offer a good scalping opportunity. And I'll just say it that way.
Okay. But I mean, what I'm not getting is like the entry.
Oh, well, the entry would be like at a key level, like in here. If you remember when you have a solid candle that reaches all the way out to a specific key point, that's usually a good place to take a shot.
Okay, okay.
You know what I mean? And because of these ranges, sometimes that wick on that pullback, see the pullback from this level alone was 11 pips. Now you would have had to have like about a 12, 13 pip stop, but you don't know that ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's, a good opportunity to take a shot at something.
Yeah, it definitely could be.
Okay, we might have something here on pound CAD, and that's equaled yesterday's range. So we're pretty much even Steven, so this could turn into something decent. And same thing on EuroCAD. Nothing there, nothing there. This looks like pound CAD may give us something. Where are we on this one anyway? I didn't open up the thing.
5 seconds.
Yeah, you're in profit on it.
Yeah, how am I in a Euro Chef?
Pass.
Oh,
When did you open it?
um,
Today.
Oh, I bet you're trying to get the Euro Fat, huh? Or Euro Odd? Oh, you're in the Euro Odd.
how the hell?
You
This
opened
must
it
have been an
today.
old pending order or something, maybe from a daily chart.
It was about a half hour ago. Well, about a half hour before the other one.
Yeah, you know, it actually could be an old pending order.
I just think it must be because the class hadn't even started then.
Right, right. It must be an old pending order.
Yeah.
So let me just take a look at a Euro Chef. Let's just investigate that real quick. And go to a daily. And well, that would have to be several days old, that pending order. Where the hell would that have been? 67.54.
It's looking good if you're long though.
Yeah, he is on.
Yeah, 67.54. Yeah,
That
67.
spike got you in.
Hey, why'd you look at the daily chart, Lou?
Because the only pending orders I had were based on the daily charts.
Yeah, and plus the size.
Right, and that's dollar a pip on the dailies. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be days or even weeks old, couldn't it?
yeah, sure could be.
Why don't
Probably
you check out the
not
daily
in
chart, though?
What was that? There were two guys talking at one time.
I was just saying, why don't you check out the daily chart?
Oh, I thought I did. Oh, had the wrong thing. Okay, here we go. I thought I made it a daily. I made the wrong chart a daily. Oh, that would be this peak right here, probably. Oh, this one. I bet you that from a week ago. This guy right here.
It just clicked in, so it was just the
It would
current
probably
spike.
be this high.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking from like a week ago. That's exactly where that is. Okay, well, we'll let it rock. This is going to pull back any damn way. It's 4 candles deep already, unless we get a nice spike up.
You're in profit. You're in profit on it now if you want to just ditch it.
Yeah.
And you're way in profit on the other one now.
Um,
Way over your $50.
yeah.
100 now.
Let me just go back here and just check this. I want to check these other two. I'll come back to that in a minute. Okay, that had a close across, and this should be a 5-minute chart. I don't know why I do that every time. And this had a close across. So if I look at the two of these, they're pretty much identical. And did we miss this one? This had a close across. Okay, we probably missed that. Both of these look about the same. Our open was right at our line. All right, so I want to make an assessment on both of these charts. All right, well, that's green right now. I need to let that come back to red, so that kind of answers itself. Same thing here. This has less of a severe spike on the top, so this could give us more of a traditional pullback and drop. Let's go back to the other one, has more of a spike. Yeah. All right, this was I forget what this was originally. Was this a Aussie dollar chart?
Originally, yeah. You want to keep an eye on that because you've got to trade on it, haven't you? So
Yeah, well, I don't have anything on
change
the
it to a
Aussie dollar.
5-minute and keep it for now.
Yeah, let me just see what we got here. Yeah, it's a daily. I'll let it sit there for a bit because it could give us a nice run up. It may give us some drawdown, but we'll see.
Well, that's gone down. You had $100 on that Euro Aussie trade just now.
Well, I didn't grab it because as I said, I'm going to follow the
Yeah, I know you're following the 18,
18.
but yeah,
But you certainly could have grabbed
you
it
had a
here.
nice profit on it. Yeah.
And again, that's preference and your rules and everything else.
Yeah.
So now here we've got a price trap, and we've got this close across this trend line here. I like this on EuroCAD. And that's a 0.5. Oh, wait. Is it EuroCAD? EuroCAD. All right.
I think we might have missed a trade on Aussie dollar too.
I don't have the Aussie dollar chart here. Let me go back and take a look at that. It's a daily. Let me make that a 5. Well, I'd only be looking long, so this would have been it here.
Yeah. Wasn't much in it, was there?
No.
A few pips.
Well, again, if we're using a, like a 10, 15, or well, on Aussie dollar, I would use a 10 pip stop. On these others, I would use a 15 pip stop.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're short here. This didn't really play out the way we did. This gave us a cleaner look, and we're still sitting on this. And did I miss another entry here on pound Aussie? That was a clean close. How many pips are we gone? Wow, 6 pips. Yeah, I don't want to give up the spread plus 6. That's 10 pips to give up to go chase that. All right. Let me figure a stop for this. About 11. I'll go right above the moving average here, about 15 pips on this stop. Can't see what that number is, but just above the moving average is where I want to be. Yeah, this Euro Aussie is back near, well, let me take a look at the thing here. All right, just let it okay, so this still hasn't given us anything. This one we're in, but it's got that whole summer thing going on. This I don't want to chase because it was 4 pips gone. No, I don't want to grab it back here because we've got a nice spike on top, a 12 pip spike. And if this closes below this line, that could be a decent trade also. And it would be a CAD based trade. Oh, let me check my so the key number down here is 200 bucks. If this goes 200 bucks against me, I'm done. You got me?
Yep.
And we've got our 5 pips on the Euro CAD. We were back doing that thing.
Yep.
Okay, I may just grab 10s if they show up. So this is going to go in no man's land. If this closes below here, then it's heading toward the 18. It's only 7 pips, so not worth looking at.
As it's dancing around the daily open line, which is one of the lines I have on all my charts. So
okay.
That's right there. I always find that's a good good line to have.
Yeah, well, the idea is to trade away from the open.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or whichever way the candle goes, and if it breaks through it, I'll be shorting it, which it looks like it has now.
You're talking about the London Open, right, Mike?
I'm on to about daily open.
I gotta move this thing here. How do you do this? Why is it not moving? Do I have this toolbar locked? Is that the taskbar down here? Let me unlock it. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
So now I can see a little bit better. All right, so we may grab 10 on this EuroCAD. Bring this up a little bit. I would like to follow this 18. I could split it at 10. Now, this top one we know is a daily, what do you call it? So this could go back against us quite a bit.
Yeah. EuroCAD's bouncing around, isn't it? Sometimes you got 70, then you look and you've only got 20.
Yeah. Well, as I said, if we were shooting for a 5 or 8, we'd be out of here
Yeah,
already.
you'd have had it already, yeah.
Yeah, we'd have been done with a few of these. But I wanted to do the bit longer. This took off nicely. I just didn't want to chase it. That was 10 pips, so we'd have been probably about 3 or 4 pips in profit here. But did you understand why I didn't chase this? This particular trade? We were looking at an entry in here somewhere, and we were already 5 pips past a good entry. Then if you add the spread, which is 4, we wouldn't get triggered into this trade until 10 pips away.
Yes.
You follow me?
Yeah.
So if you're scalping, if you're going to give up, it's like giving up a 10 pip spread.
Yeah.
A lot of activity. You see all this flashing going on. Let's open this up a little more. So you see, even with this, with all this different stuff going on, we're only like $6, $8 in the hole. So it gives you a little more confidence to stay in your trades and not panic or get nervous or whatever, because I've got that allowance in there. And I've got stops in on all of these, right? Yes, I do. I got my stop up here. Oh, I only have 2 trades. Okay. This morning when I was looking at these, I was shocked at some of the overnight candles on some of the regular pairs only had like 4 or 5 pips per candle, which is really, really summer doldrums.
Yeah, and it's Asia.
I don't have a countdown timer on this. I'd go look at a couple of other pairs while we're waiting.
40 seconds. Do you ever use like the last minute of a 5-minute candle, and if you see a wick, a long wick forming on one end, then just take a trade the opposite way?
Yeah, if it's a solid candle, like if this red candle were a solid candle all the way down here, and there were just a few seconds left, I'd take a long right here on the assumption it's going to pull back, because the last thing that happens in a down candle is the bottom wick.
Right. So then you have that one almost pin bar about 8 candles over that goes to the highest.
Wait. Let me give you control so I can see what you're talking about.
All right. I get control. Okay. Like this bar right here.
Right.
Okay, so what I'm seeing is then the big spike next to it, but I mean just based on this bar right here, it was all green and then came back about halfway.
Well, it would have to happen at a level. It can't just arbitrarily happen. It's got to be near like a double zero or a pivot point or prior support or resistance. Has to be near a level that would give me an indication that it could bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Because that day you would have thought the same thing with this candle, because you're seeing it after the fact.
The wick on that candle, isn't it?
Well, we don't know that until the candle's done.
No, I'm saying on the one Darryl was referring to just now, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the body of the candle is swallowed by the previous candle's wick, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a warning candle. That price was about.
Yeah, the warning candle. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you don't know. I would have preferred this one, just because it was so much larger than the average size candle.
Yeah.
And that's your clue. You look at the last batch of candles, and that's much larger than the average size candle.
Yeah, I think that was your 8:15. Your 15 quarter past.
Yeah. It was 15:15.
Yeah.
8:15.
News candle.
Same thing with this one. 15:15, I believe. Oh, you can't see it. Let me. That was 15:15 also, and then that created a warning candle.
Yeah.
And created a second warning candle. So that was a big clue that this puppy wanted to drop.
Yep.
Okay, nothing going on but patience at the moment. We got this price trap right here. It's got all these guys locked up. Let me just draw that in.
Trouble with a big news candle as well, isn't it? You get a massive price trap that goes on forever. You have to look for little ones within it.
Well, yeah, because everything consolidates. So that's the tough thing about the news.
Yeah.
And we don't have any other trades setting up anywhere. We missed this one, I just realized. But this is, looks like it wants to snake down. We didn't make a new high. We didn't make a new low. So this essentially is a wedge now.
Yeah, the daily open line, that's really proving hard to break through there. That's a strong support and resistance line, that daily open.
Yeah, I developed a robot that was designed to trade off the daily open. It had a little bit of a tricky math setup to it, and it would, if the pair was going to move that day, you'd make a lot of money. If the pair was just going to sit, you'd get killed. Yeah, and what it would do is once it broke out, it would add a piece on pairs really moving, and when it got to a certain level, it would start to scale out aggressively. It was all math, nothing spectacular, no flying wizard indicators or anything, just all math. And I may resurrect it because I know a little more now than I did then.
Yeah, I have the daily open, weekly open, and monthly open on all my charts.
Yeah. There's a guy I talk to every now and then who's friends with a few bankers or a few people at a couple of banks, and they show him stuff that, they're looking at. And they have, an enormous number of levels on their charts. They have the daily, weekly, and monthly high, low, open, and close.
Yeah, I'm looking for an indie for that. I'm looking for one. I'm sure there must be an indicator which would draw automatically the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour opens.
Oh, you just want the opens. Gee, you
That
know, I
well, I
don't
think that
know
would be
about the.
that would be quite helpful. I think to start with, but if it automatically update when the candle closes. So, but I'm sure there's one somewhere. But I was looking through my archives and I couldn't find it. So it's probably some weird and wonderful name I can't remember.
I have one that does the daily, weekly, and monthly high, low, open, and close, I think.
Yeah, I do
Uh,
too.
yeah,
Oh,
I'm
do you
just trying to
know? All right.
remember. I have daily, weekly, monthly, high, and low. I'll drop that in the Skype chat.
Oh, thanks, Lou. Yeah, yeah. I
It's
say I
just
got the
daily,
opens
weekly,
in
and
my.
monthly
I've got
high
the
and
daily
low.
open in my chart and weekly and monthly, but which
Where the hell's the Skype? Oh, I moved my bar. That's why.
Okay, it's called the, well, how can you remember this? It's called the daily, weekly, monthly, high-low.
oh right.
Okay, I just
So
dropped
that's
it
why
in
I
there.
couldn't find anything else.
Yeah, I'd like to catch up with Rob because maybe we can get Rob to put one together for us.
Um, that,
Because
you
I
have
want high, low, open, and close.
high, low, open, and close.
Yeah.
No.
And then they also have the daily, weekly, and monthly high, low, open, and close. And then they have the daily, weekly, and monthly pivot points with the R1 and S1 and R2 and S2 for each of them. So
Okay, so
sometimes you'll see a million lines on the chart, then other times there'll be some space. And then on occasion, you'll see a cluster of these things all sitting on top of each other. And then that's when where you would expect a strong move or a bounce of some sort.
Lou, is there any text with the lines? I mean, does it tell you it's the daily line, the weekly line, the monthly line?
yes.
You got to try it because I don't remember.
Yeah, I'll download it later. Yeah,
Yeah, and I know I have some that do mark the lines,
yeah.
that
Okay.
they tell
Why
you
don't I
what they are, or they're an abbreviation of some sort. The other thing you could do, which is what my friend did, he did like anything that's monthly is a pink line, anything that's weekly is an orange line or whatever.
So anyways, I just dropped it in the chat there, and
Yeah, I got it, Daryl. Thanks. Yeah.
yeah, you can choose to have the line color, the line width, the line style. You can choose to have the title.
Yeah, I like to have some text on the line. It looks just easier to remember.
Yeah. Now the thing is if you go with the default setting on there, it's going to be a freaking mess. So I mean, on smaller time frames, you're not going to see quite the mess. But
Yeah.
so you just make it fit it to yourself. But that'll
Yeah, I'll have a play around with it tonight.
and also you can set the look back on it to go back. Well,
Yeah.
that might be automatic. I think for the daily, it might only go back a month or 20 or I don't know. But you can play with it, figure it out. But there's a lot of settings on it. There's also settings for boxes and stuff like that, but I never figured out how those work. But that's too much info, anyways. Believe me.
Yeah, I don't have it on my chart, but I will look for the other ones because I know I have some that do like damn near as many lines as you want. But that's one method that they use. All right, we're getting a little movement here. Now, what I may do is kill this Euro CAD because the Euros generally would move in the same direction. So if I've got one going long and one going short, but I'm got a sell on the CAD, I just want to see if the CAD news gives us a little bit of disparity this morning.
Well, I mean, it is CAD, so it's
What was that?
Oh, I said it is the CAD. So with general overall opinion of CAD weakness,
And the CAD's top of the CSM at the moment.
yeah, it is. I mean, it's dropped from over 8 to mid 6s.
Oh, I don't see. Oh, there it is. I have to open the chart all the way. Yes, I could certainly see that. Yeah. So if the CAD is strong, then we're expecting this the Euro CAD to fall.
Right.
All right, so I may just sit in it then. But you understand what I mean? How they generally should move together.
Mm.
Yeah.
But if there's some disparity with the CAD, then that won't have any effect on the Euro Aussie. And where's the Aussie on the CSM?
You got your 50 pips or your $50 or whatever it is on that trade.
Yep, I see it.
Yeah.
But I'm following the 18. I want to.
Yeah, I know you are.
I said I'll grab a 10 if I get a 10.
Yeah.
But this is where the patience thing comes in, and it's a different mindset now.
Yeah, it is.
Before,
Yeah.
The other mindset was, okay, here it is, 3 pips, 4 pips, 5 pips, bam, grab it.
Yeah, that's me.
Now, with this mindset, you're following the 18 as your guide. So you're going to be up, as you said, wow, we were up 100, now we're down 20. You know what I mean? That's just what happens because we entered here, we went up really nice, came all the way back, gave it all back and went negative, but now we're heading on the way up. But we never closed below the 18 at any point.
Yeah, and you bounced off the 89 pretty much, didn't you? Almost got a tap on it. Yeah.
So it's a different mindset. You're a bit more, you have to kind of think being a bit more patient.
Yeah.
But if I get a 10, I'll take it, or I may split the trade or something like that. So what I would do in this case would be close order. And just to show you, then this becomes a 0.25.
Yeah.
So then if I get a 10 out of this, I'll just split it, move my stop to break even, and worst case scenario, I make a couple of bucks instead of a lot of bucks.
Yeah, and you got to set the other one to break even or break even plus one. You got a free trade, haven't you?
Well, exactly. Yeah, that's the whole idea is to keep your risk as under control as you could, and we're caught in this massive price trap here.
Yeah.
So, and that's just the market. There's no way to predict any of that. And here we had to close below our triangle. Next stop is the 89.
Yeah, I'm already short there.
So this is, like I said, the slow part. What time is it? Yeah, coming up on 9:30. We may get a spike when the stock market opens.
Have you ever looked at the this half-hour period before stock opens, as far as looking to trade the pullbacks that quite often happen during that time?
To be honest with you, no. I've thought about looking at the half hour before the stock market and the half hour after, just to see if there's something that's going on in there, but I just haven't sat down to do it. And I'd have to do it with 100 charts, so that takes some time. That's a Saturday afternoon with a pot of coffee.
100 charts. Are you talking about the same pair?
Usually the same pair.
Okay.
So I can get a feel for the pair. Then I'll move to another pair, and I'll usually do the 4 majors, because the 4 majors are going to be an offshoot of everything else in the market. So if I know the euro in general spikes down, you know what I'm saying, then I'll know euro Aussie, euro CAD, euro yen may all spike down also. I don't have to go and look at another situation.
So you're talking like euro dollar, pound dollar, euro yen, pound yen?
Yeah, they should all behave similarly. We were up 9 here, it looks like, at one point. Now the weird thing about this is when you watch this, if we were to look at a couple of simple entries. Oh, let me see who this is. I forgot to unplug the phone. That's my fault. Oh, market traders. I was on one of their seminars. I have all this stuff. I was just on the seminar the other day, and they call you and try to press you into buying their shit. I shouldn't call it shit because it's pretty good.
I got a call the other day from Compass.
Oh, what are they offering? Maybe I should just grab the whole 10 on this. Yeah, let me make this a 0.5 and just grab the whole 10 and get out and look for another trade. But let me look at the chart before I do that.
It hit 10 for a second.
Yeah, I know. I'd rather grab the $100 and look for another trade. Well, it's not $100, it's 50 actually. FXCM, I can't trade any. Oh, we missed a nice entry here on this. What do you call it? FXCM wants $5,200, I think it is, to take one standard lot of pound dollar.
It's 5,400 on the pound yen and pound Aussie.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Pound dollar's 3,600.
So you may be right because I was looking at that this morning, or last night rather, just trying to figure out position sizing and all that.
There you go. Oh, come on. There you go. 11.
Oh,
Yay.
you son of a bitch.
Oh, shit.
I'll take it.
13.
Yeah, it finally got me. Okay, good. All right, so I'll just take, but this way I can go look for another trade instead of, because mentally I just get, I want to be a bit more active. So now the only thing I have to babysit now really is this Euro CAD. And if this comes down here and gives us a little something, I may just get out of this completely because it's so blatantly sideways right now. Let's put that down there. So we got the 10 pips on the half. And this kind of goes back to what I was saying yesterday, with those trades you looked at, Daryl, where, you have to have like a game plan and only trade the game plan.
Right.
That sort of thing. So yesterday we decided, we were going to look at these pairs and basically look for A trades. And this one was maybe an A minus because I would like for these two to be a little farther apart. But it was the best looking of the bunch, and it proved to be in the long run.
Mm.
And this Euro Chef is just that thing from the daily. And that was, several days ago. So let's see what happens with this. It's not hitting my stop. The other thing that I used to do is if a trade didn't go in my direction after 2 or 3 candles, I would bail on it at the earliest possible moment. Because normally if you pick your entry right, price moves pretty much, where you want it to. But I don't see any other entries here. This has to come down to here, then give us a pullback and a bounce maybe to go long. Nothing here. This is topping out right here at this double top. This may be where it goes by the time we're done today. And I think I have a stop in here, right? Not much of a stop, about a 10, should be a 15 pip stop. Oh, that's real tight if that's the stop. No, this should be the stop. Let me open this up so I can see. My stop is way up here. Yeah, it's 15 pip. I might not let it get that high. And let me see, where's Euro and Aussie are sideways. And we can see that reflected right in here. They're both at the same level. Let me go to the dashboard and just take a quick peek at that. File, profile, default. And just see if there's anything in the dashboard that I can get a clue on. Here's Euro, Aussie, nothing there. Wow, dollar chef, dollar franc. Let's go back and take a peek at that. It's green all the way across. Let's change this to dollar franc. So if this was long all the way across, let me just see what's going on. Okay, I see it. Yeah, we got that spike. All right, we'll come back to this. So this looks like this may be a wash here, unless we get a turnaround here, a bounce off of this S1. See that? See if this S1 holds. But we're below this. Now the trade was good. I got no issue with the trade. Oh, it got me. Wow, it popped early. You see how far ahead it took me out? You see that? Yeah, let me go back and find that. That was this one, EuroCAD, right?
Yeah. Spread.
Yeah, it was a spread. Look at that. I wasn't anywhere near the spread it took me. It must have jumped up. So 4 pips. Wow. All right, paid the price. But now I watch it turn around.
Now, also the on FXCM, the number that you get on the chart is going to be different by at least 1 pip than what your quote actually is.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So smaller pairs, slower pairs, euro and smaller spread pairs, euro, dollar, CAD, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Going to be a full pip. Some, like the pound yen, may be like 1.5 pips. So if your chart says 0.0, your actual quote will be like 105, or
a partial pip.
1.5.
Okay, I still have a lot of issues with FXCM. I wanted to tie it to a robot that we're experimenting with, but okay, well, the S1 looks like it held, which is what I thought, but that spread got us. My stop I thought was in a decent place, but the spread, as you can see, we never hit the stop. It was the spread came up and bumped us out. Okay, that's that's trading. But as you can see, this looks like it wants to come back this way. All right, we'll put a line in here because we still have all of our, let me change that color. We'll make it purple. Okay, now this is what many guys would call a stop hunt. You got me? Well, they saw my stop and they went up and got it. And
oh yeah, they sure did.
yeah, I know that they're sitting there watching my computer to grab my half a lot. You know what I mean? It is kind of funny, but not so much.
That would be a common stop for a sell too.
Depending on where the sell was. You got what I'm saying? I would say the S1 would be a more common stop because it would be more visible on a lot more charts, give or take a few pips either side. But it's one of those things, you see price never hit my number for my stop. The spread got it. So, I mean, I knew my stop was in the right spot, and I, felt S1 was going to hold,
But,
and it did. But now we'll look for the short.
tell me what your high is on that candle.
You see it there?
Yeah.
43,112. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The high is 43,232.
Okay. And that was the EuroCAD?
Yeah, EuroCAD. And the stop was 43,263.
See, I have an FXCM ECN account, and the
Mm-hmm.
stop is exactly the same.
The
So,
stop is what?
exactly. I mean, excuse me, the high is exactly the same.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, because even though you've got a regular account with the bigger spreads, and this is ECN, that's telling me that they'll favor the higher number. However, or the most extreme number.
And
But now, see, with my stop, my maximum stop was probably a pip and a half at the most. So on my chart, it wouldn't have got hit. Anyways, never mind. I'm just kind of thinking out loud here.
Okay, you lost me at one point there, but
Okay, so your spread was 4 pips. I still have the mouse here. Your spread was 4 pips. You got hit up there. What was your stop at, by the way?
right there.
Yeah, but what's
The exact number is 132. I'm sorry, 432.61.
Okay, 26.1. Okay, so mine, yeah, the pip and a half, 26.1. Yeah, so I'd still be in the trade had I been in the same trade. Anyways, just
Yeah, just differences in brokers, but you have to live with it. I
it's the
don't
same,
let.
it's the same broker though, so that's why I wanted to compare apples to kind of apples. But
We are
ECN,
trading with for Forex Brokers Inc.
no, that's FXCM.
Oh, this is tied. Oh, keep forgetting this is tied over to the other account. But I don't have the FXCM spread on this. I have it on my other account. If I place a trade, it goes there. Okay. Yeah, 'cause this is the FXCM feed. All right, now I feel better because it actually went up to the regular stop. And
Oh,
this Euro Aussie continued to go past this spot right here where we took our 10.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and my game plan was to stay with the 18, but I just grabbed the 10 because I just wanted to get into something else.
Well, for some reason, the euro's been picking up some steam here.
What time? Okay, quarter two. Who is this sending me a message?
Uh, well, there has been some news out of Greece, but that's just more somebody. Oh, Tsipras says loan deal with lenders close, so he's the Greek guy. So who cares what he says? It doesn't really mean anything. But the markets love it, so there you go.
All right, we're just slow again. Got nothing here I can really work with. Well, I got this. I'm looking for a short off this. So we're negative a bit on these two trades. I didn't do the math yet. I'll do it later. But this original one holding for the 18, that was certainly the play for the day. I, backed away from it. So I kind of broke my own rule. But you see where that 18 will let you just sit there. And as long as you're willing to absorb these rides, you'll catch some nice swings.
And to me, your stop was below that last, the low behind the orange line there.
On this trade, hang on a second. What is that? Euro Aussie? Euro Aussie was, yeah, it was right here at this swing low,
Okay.
just below the 89, which is a good place for it.
When you say you're riding the 18, then if you had a close below the 18, you would also bail, or no?
I'm sorry, say that again. I was looking at something else.
Okay, that's good. So you're riding the 18 and not just looking for 5 pips. So if you'd have had a close back below the 18, you would have gotten out of the trade?
Not necessarily. I have to see how much distance there was, and this was all bottled up for so long, it was really anxious to move.
Mm-hmm.
And before it closed below the 18, it clearly went 13 pips in all directions. So I could have split the trade and done a number of things before we got to this point here.
Okay.
You got me?
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking for basically you're in this one. So I guess there would be a number of different potential targets then on this. Maybe the high of the day.
Sure, absolutely.
Or something like that.
But the idea is just to ride the 18, and when we come back tomorrow, I'll just stick with it and not. I get I don't want to say pressured, but because I have to be out of here at 10, I'd like to get some action in so we can see some things,
Yeah.
So it does make me jump the gun a little bit.
News in 3 minutes and news in 18 minutes. So there'll be something happening there.
Okay, let me get this out of the way, open this up. So yeah, that's the thing, I wanted, I'll grab the 10 and go look for something else because time is, getting short. So that was more my mental outlook than anything else in getting out of the trade early. So we're looking for something here, may not happen. And this price trap is still holding things up. Let's draw that in. This puppy here. Well, it kind of broke out, gave us a fake out. See that? Closed out, came right back. But essentially, we're still locked up in this until everyone decides what they want to do. So not much to look at. We didn't get a re-entry on this. We didn't use the 1 minute chart today either. And I'm looking for a short here on pound CAD. If it plays out, the only way I'll take a long is if the 18 gets above the 89 and then we get a pullback. And I just want to, take A trades if possible. And let me see where pound and CAD are. They're sitting on top of each other basically, so that's sideways, which we could see here. So CAD yen looks like CAD yen or pound yen look like the moves. Let's take a look at both of those. So we got yen weakness, CAD yen, and this should be a 5 minute chart. Oh yeah, we can see that pretty clearly, CAD yen. And where's pound yen? That's blatantly a pound yen. We had quite a few trades here today. Yeah, pound yen was the one to go with. So I'll have to add it to the list just as something to keep an eye on. all of these would have been decent, even from here. That's 20 pips. And from here, excuse me. Doesn't look like we're going to get much of anything else. Might get something on the, well, we already blew out yesterday's range on pound yen. So we're at a $10, a 1 pip deficit. And I don't see anything else happening here at the moment. This is kind of no man's land. I don't trust this. This needs to close below this trend line. Let's see if we got anything here. Well, if I stretch it this way, it's still not good enough for a close, though. Like that. That's still what you like to see, that setup, but this has to close below this trend line. And how far is it to the bottom? Yeah, we could be some pips in there. This is a pretty nice place to put a stop right here. Okay, right at that high, or maybe right at the, yeah, that's not a bad place. And this is pound CAD. CAD, pound and CAD are just on top of each other at the moment, so any trade in here will spend more time sideways than anything else. That looks like the best trade of the moment once this closes. We got another price trap here.
It's hard to say. The pound was freaking on drugs yesterday. I mean, it was the strongest, and then it was the weakest, and then it went back to being the strongest. I mean, I ended up in the hole a few pips yesterday myself.
Yeah, with this CAD weakness, the pound is so strong, I'm almost a bit reluctant to take this short here on pound CAD because the pound itself is so strong, but we got almost a 5 pip spread here too. But that's the setup.
Yeah, it's got to be Michael's fault. He lives there in the UK, so they're.
Yeah, he's doing something back there to screw us. And the stock market is open now too. Been open for a half hour, so. Let's go down to a 1 minute. Just see if there's something there to look at. Oh, yeah, we had a nice one right here. That's probably 10 pips gone already. Well, 9.5, close enough. And that should be the new 5-minute candle. No, that's a new 1 minute candle. Let me go back to the 1. It's 2 candles deep. I'll wait for the 5 minute to close. And this is our stop, that same place. Right there. Let's go back to the 5. What I like about this on the 5 is this would be the first of a possible 2 or 3 candles short after the pullback. You know, you got the 2 candle pullback, and you look at the shelf, all these wicks made up here. See that? All those wicks. So my stop right above there, I'd be pretty happy with. And how many minutes? We got a long way to go for this candle to end. Let's take a look at the others. We'll come back to that pound CAD. Bouncing off the S1 up here. And this has come all the way back up. Pound CAD. Nothing there. Euro CAD. And again, it looks like it's that CAD strength. It's coming back. Pound is breaking above the S1. Nothing here on Euro Aussie till we get a pullback. Pound Aussie is sideways as well. And Pound CAD is still exactly pretty much even, so this trade may just spend a lot of time sideways. And this is my 5 minute. I'm going to take a shot at this. And open this up, bring this here. And keep an eye on this. 24 to the bottom. So let me put a take profit in here. Let me see, what is that? Right in there is about 10 pips or so, I guess, right at this little shelf here. Let's bring my stop loss up to this shelf. Oh, I gotta close this. Bring my stop up to this shelf. And okay. All right. Let's see what happens. But that's the setup. I'm below. Oh, for God's sake. This one I gotta take. Good morning. I'm okay, Joe. I had a couple of questions about that platform. I was having some issues with the feed. There's an FXCM feed and a okay, so the server code. So I'll have to check the email you sent me a while ago because I was trying to help Joe get set up. Okay, and the spreads on that account are they raw spreads? Okay, and what could you do for better spreads if somebody wanted a little bit better spread or even with a commission or whatever? Okay, and what are we looking at with the raw spreads with a commission? What would your commission be? Okay, so what, 0.75 each way? Okay, good enough. I'll sure that's understandable. But we just want to know what we're working with so we can properly test things out. Okay, good enough. All right, thanks. And yeah, so you're gonna send that you'll send that email out. Excellent. Okay, great. Yeah, we'll do. Thanks a lot, Joe. Bye bye. Okay. Um, it looks like the spread came up and got me again. Am I correct? I was on the phone. I think it did. Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. So we are 10. We're 8 pips down, and that kind of the spread. Well, no, wait. Let me see where the spread was on this trade. I can't see that candle wick. Oh yeah. Well, okay. It was the spread. Let me go down to 1 minute because it's sitting right on top of the candle wick. Yeah, sure enough, did it again. See that where the price was and where the spread was? I just have to make my stops a little bit wider.
Well, that's also the pound CAD high spread.
Yeah, well, yeah, it went as high as 5 at one point, so. But I don't let the spread scare me. I just have to adjust to it. Let me go back to the, what was that? I have, we're looking at opening up, myself and someone else are looking at, myself and a couple other people looking to open up a fairly large account with this the U.S. broker I think Phil is working with, Prime Trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was an issue with the spreads and the feeds and all that. Some of what they do I actually like the way they do it because they don't bet against you. All your orders go directly into the bank. But when we were trying to set it up yesterday, there were two separate feeds, and that caused a little bit of confusion. So that's why I had to take that call. Okay, so between the two trades, we are 8 pips, and on both of them, the spread came and bumped me. So I have to make some adjustments in the spread on these pairs, and go back and look at a bunch of charts and see if there's a better place for the stop, which I thought was that was a good place for a stop. I tend to run tight stops anyway, so where are we? All right, so 8 pips down for the day, which isn't the end of the world at all, and we'll get that back tomorrow. I'll do some homework later this afternoon and just revamp my stops on these particular pairs. And the trade setup was okay. I have no problem with the setup was what we were looking for. All right. We will pick this up again tomorrow. I have to check some emails. This guy's going to send me an email so I can get that other account organized. And we'll do the same thing. We'll look at the same pairs, same premise, and get some of this back. All right?
Very good.
I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Be well, and we'll pick it up there. Oh, I said, oh, somebody was typing in the chat, and I missed all of it. Shoot. Oh, that was Nancy. Okay. Sorry about that, Nancy. All right. Talk to you guys tomorrow.
Bye, Lou.
Be well.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Lou.
Okay. Now, how do I do this? Okay.